All right, guys, what's up? Another wonderful day in the markets. Hopefully, we're going to see some really good opportunities today. I'm just going to get started right now. I actually had put this trade in on mRNA. I went short. Um, you can see I've already traded 500 shares on this. I had gone short, taken some profit. You can see here on my executions. I had taken some profit down here, but I'm looking for a strong move down here on the 15-minute chart. I really feel like we can come back down to test these levels at 34. I could be wrong. We could be breaking out of this, but I went ahead and took an entry point and went ahead and took some profit off the table. And you can see I'd gone short again, took profit here, went short, took a little profit here, and I'm left with 100 shares, and I'm gonna let it get up to these levels. I mean, here's the thing: I profited. I'm up $50 right now, so um, even if it goes up and goes against me, and I have to take a loss, I'm fine with that. I think it's worth seeing that out the gates. If it retests these levels, we could be forming a head and shoulder pattern on here in pre-market. This could be considered head and shoulders. Now, it's not a perfect head and shoulders. Obviously, a confirmed head and shoulders is going to have a pretty solid neckline, which I think would be down here at 35.50. Let me make sure of that. Yeah, I think this would be, so this didn't really form this didn't really come down and form a strong, solid neckline. So I don't know. Here's the thing. I've seen this so many times that I just had to take it. I've seen it so many times where a stock will retest the pre-market highs and then get slammed all the way down. And so I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for that today. And like I said, even if I have to take a loss, I may average in at the opening bell. But what I really want to see is resolution to the downside. And of course, I will add to my position at the break of 35.80. So we'll keep that kind of on watch out of the corner of our eyes as we build this watch list today. So let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and close out the chat. So if you guys are chatting on YouTube, I'm probably not going to know. I know. So for right now, I'm just going to focus on this. I know this is a big one on everybody's radar today. Codex, and let me check the news on that. This was trading yesterday, had a huge drop, actually fell into a trading halt yesterday, but we're looking at roughly 18 million shares, 15 to 18 million shares uh, on share float, I should say. Um, so I mean, it's got decent news. But here's the thing. I mean, anytime I see this, I mean, we are kind of gapped up on what you would consider very light volume, but we're sitting at all-time highs. I don't know. It might be a bad idea to try to short this. Short shares for short are pretty expensive. Um, I'm probably not going to mess with it right now, honestly. I'm probably not going to mess with it right now. I mean, it would be interesting to see out the gates what this is going to do, but stocks like this can just explode. It's got a basically a 10% short float interest, so that's just enough to keep this baby pumping up, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it on the radar. See, what would 200 shares, and would that even be worth it? Yeah, it'd be worth it. I think that'd be worth it. I mean, I'd have to get a good, if I took 200 shares. Question is could I get a good $2 drop, or at least a good dollar drop on 200 shares? And I probably wouldn't take all 200 at once. I'd probably scale in. So it's possible I could make 150, 200 on this. So yeah, I guess it would be worth. I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. I guess it would be worth it. So I've got 200 shares here just to hold on to in case. mRNA looks like it's failing again. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the break here to add to. I want to see it come all the way down. Actually, I'm just going to set an alert. So alert me at the touch of 36 on the bid. Yep. Okay. Um, so we're going to go look at a couple more of these. WB we were trading yesterday. This is the one that got squeezed out. It's got a heavy short float interest on it, and it was difficult to trade this one yesterday. We still have nearly a 78% short float on it. So I'm thinking that today could be the day where we break these levels, especially considering the S&P 500 is still seeing a massive move down. So I might even be willing to go in 100 shares on this just in case we get the break of 40. But because of how it traded yesterday, I'm going to be a little hesitant on it. And watch this be the day where it just completely works out so well in my favor. Again, just because just because of all this yesterday. I mean, watch this be the day. Everybody's afraid to do this, but now today is like the day where it's just going to come out the gates and just completely fall down to test $37. I mean, taking 100 shares, but I took 100 shares yesterday and it didn't work out well, and so I got guys. I don't know. I don't know, but I am going to watch it. TVIX definitely keeping that on watch today as the SPY begins to move lower, and I think it's very possible that the S&P 500 tests the 200-day moving average at 304, and I think it's even more possible for it to end up coming down here to test 302. What is it? 302.59, I think. Excuse me, 302.60. Excuse me. I think we could get that test. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of significant bounce on the 200-day, but we're going to watch for it. We're going to watch for it, and I've got this up on another chart over here. So mRNA looks like it's drastically failing. I want to be ready to catch this if it goes down, because this could be a significant drop. I think even if it just comes down to test 35.55, I could scalp some more, at least another 100 shares off of that, and I think it could even see a breakthrough in a flush down to these levels. This is what we would be ultimately looking for, and I'd try to hold on to the last 100 shares for that. So if we see a test of 36, I may go ahead and go short there. But let's see. TNXP, too many shares, overtraded. AHPI. AHPI looks somewhat interesting. Okay, I'll have to come back to this. AHPI. Oh, and PLAN. I actually want to put that one up. I think that's the one. Let me see. Yeah, Anaplan Inc. I think I meant to look that up. Okay, top interview chief growth officer leaves, stock plunges. So I think this could see a little bit of a move up. Now, if the SPY stays weak, I think it's possible that we could come and move further, but maybe just to test the low of pre-market levels, because there's pretty good consolidation here. I don't know that we would move any much lower than that, but I'd like to keep it. I mean, it's a good price range. I'd like to keep it on watch just in case. So we're going to keep that there. And then let's look at AHPI again. Let's see what the news is on that. mRNA has reached the levels that were supposed to alert me. So let's see how true the bounce is here. If we get any kind of a bounce. Okay, well, all right. It looks like, so I'm going to put in an order at 90. Go ahead and get in and let it test. Hopefully we'll get a quick little test on that. Nope. Nope. Should have just went in when it was going. That's okay. We'll let that trade ride for now. Okay, so now if it gets a retest, I'm not really going to be too interested. Let's see. I should probably take 50 shares right at the break of 50. I think it could break. Actually, I could take it at 55. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I'll let the other 50 shares just do whatever they do. So let's go back here to HPI. Okay. Penny stocks to watch after coronavirus comments. I mean, there's not really much news on this. You have to locate shorts. It's gapped up on very light volume, and it reached a point of basically previous resistance. There's a lot for it to break through here. Where's the 200-day moving average and all of that stuff? Oh, it's right there at the bottom. So where are we sitting here? Okay, so it's already broke out above all the major moving averages. Let's see what the shares to short are. Okay, because I think, let's see. I think this could see a significant move down. 687. My if then on this would be, well, let's see. I don't know if this would, we would need a few more shares on this. I really think this is going to be one of those stocks that just ends up breaking down, but there's a lot of wicks here on the 15-minute. Of course, that's not real price action, so I shouldn't pay too much attention to that, but I don't know. It's going to be another one of those ones. I'm just going to put it on the list for right now and just kind of watch it out of the gates. It's good to know that the locates aren't too expensive on that. It's one of the leading gappers. I really do feel like this one, though, just again, it's gapped up on such low volume. I really feel like this is just going to end up tanking all the way down. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the locates. I'm pretty sure about this. So we're going to get 300. And if I see it starting to break down, I'll probably average in. And especially if it comes up to test this at the opening bell and it can't do it, I might want to go ahead and get short 100 shares just to be in on the trade. And no, I'm gonna wait. Sorry guys, I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but let me get in on mRNA, see what's happening here. So I'm going to go for the full test of 34.50 on those last shares. Yeah. So 34.50, we'll hold on. We'll get a little above 50. We'll do 55. So we'll buy there. See if we get that on those last shares. And if it ends up cracking down through 34, yeah, obviously I'll wish that I had held on to it, but I would feel pretty good about this trade. And if it came back, I would just add to it. Good little pre-market trade here on mRNA. Let me see if any of you guys have been commenting in the chat. Okay. No, oh, what's up? Good morning, Notre Dame. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'm uh, just so you know, right out the gates, I may not see the chat box too often, so be patient with me if I don't answer immediately. I need to figure out a way to get a sound notification on this. I've looked for it. Maybe I'm just missing something. I'll have to check it out. Maybe do a Google search on that. Unless you can enlighten me, because I don't know. I don't never know like when somebody's talking in the chat unless I see it for myself. Unless I pull it up and look at it. Let's see here. APT, NVAX, INO, the usual suspects. Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to trade the oil fund. I just want to take a look at it. Okay. 43.25. This might be worth jumping in out the gates. Got a lot that I'm looking at, guys. So I just, I'm not. I need to start setting some alerts though. Okay, so we've had a retest. I might be inclined to go in at 35, get a quick 100, do a quick scalp at 35, 33, quick 100 share scalp if I can get that. I really should be doing pre-market work rather than all of this mess. Actually, I'm not going to mess with this right now. Yeah. Keep your mind sharp, Matt. Keep your mind sharp. Stay focused. APT still running up. How much are the locates on this? Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, they're not great. Don't get me wrong. They're not great, but not too bad. AHPI, PLAN, Codex. So I think I went ahead and got a couple hundred shares of Codex. I'm pretty sure I did buy some. Let me test. Let me just test this real quick. Find a good place to test. Yeah, okay. All right, so it allowed me to do the 200 short. So I'm pretty sure pretty sure I did get 200 shares short on that. And then AHPI, I think I got 300 short on that. So I'm going to watch out the gates. AHPI, I'm going to see what kind of move it makes, see if it makes a move going back. If it makes a move going back, I'll just kind of chill with it. Codex, I want to see the same thing. I want to take my time with this though. Codex had a major flush to the downside yesterday, massive trading halt. I think it's possible that it could happen again, but we've also seen these major spikes. We've seen all of these major spikes, and so it can shoot up pretty quickly too. So I want to be careful. AHPI, obviously you had the initial run up on all of that, but since then, and by the way, all these wicks, that's not even real. That's not even real action there. Just the long and short, it's not real. But in this time, we haven't really had any super major, heavy, multiple dollar at a time run ups. So I'm not as shaky or nervous on this. But it will be interesting to see if they break through all this consolidation here in between the 580s and the 550s. I think if we start getting an initial rundown, I may go ahead and take a stab on 300 shares. And as it drops down, I'll start to scale out a little bit. And then if it breaks through 550, I may consider adding. But even if I don't, I'll just see how long I can let the rest of those shares run. I could easily see it coming down to test $5 here and even break through back down here to these levels in the fours. So, but it just may be one of those slow fade, slow grinding type days on AHPI. Nonetheless, I've got 300 shares. TVIX I'll be visiting regularly. I'm watching the S&P 500 right now for the break of the 200-day moving average. We'll see if we hold support. If not, it'll be interesting to see if it can get all the way down to 302. If it does, TVIX will look a little more tempting to get in. Again, I won't be taking huge share size, maybe just 50 to 100 shares on TVIX. And I might even scale in 25 shares at a time, honestly, just to give it room to drop a couple dollars, just in case SPY sees any kind of a significant run up. Right now, I'm pretty much in on everything I want to be in. I think you can get to a point to where you're watching too many stocks at once, and that's something that I don't want to do. So cheap shares for short on NVAX. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. We'll revisit some of these stuff. I will put, let's see, NVAX, just in case I'm not seeing anything on anything else. I'll put those back up in the runnings there. Tesla, by the way, look at that. It ended up totally breaking down through these levels, and I can go ahead and get rid of all those lines there. What did I tell you? This daily trend line, I mean, it's cracked through. It couldn't hold, and then it came all the way down to test these areas. This is what I was looking for yesterday, and it finally did it today. So might have been good for me to hold some shares overnight. Maybe, I was only going in at like 10, 15 shares with this yesterday. So if I had held 10 shares all the way down here, that would have been nice. But okay, AHPI seems like it's resolving. Codex is still on a tear, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. PLAN, watching that. And then mRNA would be interesting as well. And WB. So, but let's get AHPI. Bell's about to ring. We are on a bit of a delay. I just want to remind you guys who are watching in the chat right now, probably a 10, 20 second delay here in the chat. So let's see what kind of a move we can start to make. If it starts moving up, I may start scaling in. If it starts moving down, I'll go ahead and take the full amount. There we go. So I'm going to take the full amount there, and I will start scaling out of my position as it moves down. If it moves down. If it starts backfiring, I will get out. I'm not going to wait too long on this one. If I have to take a loss, I have to take a loss. Okay. Going to go ahead and get out some of my shares there. Okay, it's moving down. So I lost $25 on that first move, but it comes if I don't want to give this too much room one way or the other to just completely run against me. So I will consider putting in a stop order to get back in those shares if it comes down to 570. We'll say 569. Stop, sell. We'll get back in. Otherwise, I'm going to cancel my order and just get out. There's a lot of sell volume, guys. So there we go. It's a lot of sell volume. I feel like this is going to sell off. So there we go. We're in 300 at 570 average. I want to see us break 550. And wow, very spready. Very spready. $300 at, let me get my executions off here. Okay. 601, stop, buyback. So I'm just going to let that work itself out. I mean, if I lose out on it, I lose out on it. PLAN. Looks like we could be going for a move up. SPY's pulling. Okay, and we're out on AHPI. Let's see if it holds. See what kind of a move we make up here. Okay. Getting up on a trading halt. Hopefully we'll halt here. That would be good, actually. Come on. Having a hard time breaking through those levels. Buy volume's coming in though, coming in very heavy. Let's see. Let's see, Codex. Codex is on a halt. Had a massive rejection there. APT, massive rejection. NVAX, massive rejection. mRNA, massive rejection. WB. Sell volume is weak. I might go ahead and get 100 shares here. And if it breaks, let's see here. I have to be careful with this one. I want to give it plenty of room to run. So I'll say 41, 41, 50, 51. There we go. So stop buy at 41.51. There we go. HPI is on a halt. PLAN continuing to show strength. We'll see if it can start breaking out through these levels at 45. It's a spready stock, so I don't really want to get in on it yet. Let's look at TVIX. TVIX is drawing back a little. S&P 500 is right on top of that 200-day moving average. If we get the breakdown, might be good to take position with TVIX. I've got the SPY up on another chart. It's pushing. It's pushing, but it's having a hard time maintaining above VWAP. So that one's pushing. TVIX. Weak buy volume on the S&P 500 right now. Very weak buy volume. I think we may get a crack through that 20 EMA. WB probably won't be any reason to hold on to this past the break of 41.10. So I wanted to give myself plenty of room out the gate, but now that it's tested this on weak volume, if it comes back down past these levels, I think if it breaks 40, I think we're going to get a really solid move on this. And so if it can close below VWAP, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. If it shoots back past all of this, I don't want to wait for a test, although it shot up a little past here. Over here, it shot up a little. Could come up, I guess, here again. It could. I'm gonna be careful with this one today. I think I will leave that stop at 41.50. I mean, why not? I'm willing to risk, 70 bucks on that trade. Okay, I think this is a good place to get short on mRNA. Although it's reclaimed VWAP, so I don't know. I think I might want to wait for a test of that first. I'm getting a read on the volume. Volume is it's picking up, but this could have a major run up here. So, but we're butting up against some critical levels of support, so might be inclined to get short there. 35.01. I'll get out if it breaks up through the EMA. There we go. Good solid move there. See how far down we can get with it. Go ahead and partial out. I'll partial out a little there. Hold on to 150. There we go. It's having a hard time closing below VWAP. Let's see. See if we can get that move down. There we go. Good job. Partial out a little more there. The SPY had a run up. So the SPY was pushing pretty hard. Let's see if we can break through 34. If not, I'll partial out again. Okay, I'm going to partial out again. I'm holding on to 85 shares at 35.01. Let's move over here to the 1 minute. Let's see what we're looking at. I'll look for a retest, but if we close below VWAP, which, I mean, it would be awesome to see that 85 shares run all the way back down here today. And I think it's possible. I think it's possible to get that. So 34. How sure are we that we could get a move on 34? Okay, comes above 70. Yeah, I'll take another. So I got 64 shares left. I may decide to add. If it comes over 35.20, I'll have to get out. And if it comes up to 35, I'll partial out again. But if it can't hold, I may consider adding. Okay. See any selling on 35. Gonna partial out again. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna partial out again. I got 48 shares and 24 shares. Okay. Don't really want to lose this. So what I'm going to look for is another break of VWAP. And I may consider getting back in on the trade. Let's look at WB. See, WB spiked again. Spiked again. I just wonder if this is going to just turn over and crack these levels. Because, I mean, what a great move this could make. So with 100 shares, it'll make a solid move. You know, so this could be so disingenuous right now. This could be, minor short squeeze. There's not a lot of volume on this stock right now anyway. So, but at some point today, investors could come in, especially if the SPY continues to pull. Investors could come in and just start dumping. So that's just kind of what I'm going on right now. Swing traders might be in on this. I think about the people that sat through all this, and everybody's looking at these levels on the daily right now. I guarantee you people are looking for the break of 40 right now. We get the break of 40, and that's going to be pretty significant. We really could get a $5-6 move on this today. So I'm going to, it's worth to me holding through this. It's just worth it. So I am getting to a place though right now where I'm trying to decide if it's HPI still on a halt, where I'm trying to decide. I want to see what happens with this too. This could be one of those moments where we start scaling in. If we see a rejection. Let's see, on Codex we picked up 200 shares on the locates today. So let's just see what this does. Again, we have no previous areas of resistance, so I am hesitant on this, and I do want to see confirmation. Even if I get a little bit lesser of a position on it. I think people are really scared of this right now, just with the halt that we had, the dump. It happened yesterday. So you do have a little bit of fear in here on your side right now. So it's not able to push. It's not able to push up through those levels. Okay. Well, there it got the push. That's why I said I want to wait for confirmation. Now, if it can't break 18, that'll be pretty legit. And I would be fine to start a position there. There it goes. Just massive sell-off. Massive sell-off. So, massive buyback. Massive sell-off, massive buyback. All right, Noter, I'll take a look at what you got here. Let's see, got some free time. I'll take a look. Okay, cool. Access your stream on your cell tablet and use it as a dedicated channel chat window. There are no alerts, but imagine as you grow, if there were, it would become a melody of annoyance. That's true. Let's see, mRNA and Vax GILD would be good shorts as the virus concerns subside, or as the White House announced yesterday, a vaccine. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, stated they are working on, but there are no. Thanks for pointing that out. Actually, I said nothing about that today in preparation. How the fears are subsiding a little, and which is why we can have probably a little more confidence on stocks like mRNA. As a matter of fact, I'd like to. This is not breaching any of these levels here. Okay, so I actually feel good about going short another 100 shares here. And I guess if it gets above 35.05, I'd be inclined to get back out. If it gets back above 35, we've got a descending. We're forming lower highs right now on the 5-minute. Now I do want to see it break through VWAP. mRNA can be whippy, as we saw yesterday, but I think if we get that break, and then if we get a break at 34, I might add to. But I'll go ahead just for the time being and say that if this gets over 35, I'm going to want to get out. So that would be all 124 shares. Stop by 35.01. We'll let it. We want to do a little better than just 35. We'll say 35.01. A lot of times it'll hit 35 and it'll start looking like it's going to buy into 35, but then it'll get rejected. So that's why typically we'll put 35.01. And sometimes, it could pop over this. This could totally fake me out, and then it could slam down. So this is how the stock market is. But right now we're up on the day, so I'm not too concerned, about getting stopped out a few times. There we go. By the way, but. I would really, so we saw a fail there. We saw an epic fail actually, so could not maintain. Could not maintain. So that's a pretty good sign. All right, so we're gonna get short again at 50. I'll take another at, okay. Take another here. Oops. Come on. Get me at 76. Come on. There we go. There we go. We're in 200 at 63. Let me look at here. I really want to see a fail. Really want to see a fail. That faked me out for sure. On this 5 minute, I want to see it get below VWAP. And if it breaks the 30 levels, I'll be even more bearish on it. Come on, let's see that flush. See that flush. See that flush. Come on. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. See if we finally get it here. See if we finally get the break. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to see it get down to the 20s before I start taking some profit. Hasn't been able to maintain above the EMA. There we go. Okay, we're in the 20s, we're in the 15s. Let's see if we can start scaling out a little here. 14, take a quarter of my position there. Let's get the break of 34. Let's get the break of 34. That was a good move. But we want to see it maintain. See, this is where it's like, come on, are you kidding me? Come on. Oh, MR, good old MRNA. Hold on one Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Had to just, my son is, you guys who have been watching these last few days, you know my son has been a little under the weather, poor little guy, and so um, just kind of been dealing with that. Um, let's see here. So if you hear him crying, you hear a little baby crying, that's my boy. And boy, I'll tell you what, this is just, this is just mRNA is a stubborn little stubborn little stock. Man, every time it gets to, I mean, I'm almost inclined at this point to take off a little bit of profit at least if it breaks above VWAP. I mean, I just need to continue to take out of my position. Okay, so I'm gonna come back out another quarter. Um, so we'll stop 113 at uh, it's back above VWAP. Is that on the 5 minute though? Yeah, that was on the 5 minute. So I mean, man, I'll tell you what, we want to see just a really consistent, solid break at 34. Otherwise, otherwise, I'm gonna get out. I'm just gonna get out. So I'm going to get in anticipation of the break. I don't see why this wouldn't make a further move down, 34.41. So there we go. Yeah. Partial out, partial out. Let's see. So let it drop a little. Partial out there. Got 160 shares left at 34.31. Let's see. See what kind of a move we can make to the downside here. I do see that it could have some issues around these areas, but I'm going to give it time to work itself out. May even add again. There we go. So 160, I'll stop out at 160 at 34.21. Stop by there because I really need to start paying attention to some of this other stuff going on. I mean, of course, mRNA, this is what it does. I'll stop out at VWAP, 34.46. There we go. It's a better, again, this is why having a conservative trading strategy is good. You know, you allow yourself some time to, you know, you allow the stock room to breathe. You know, it's all about giving it room to breathe. So I could partial out a little bit more here. Another quarter position. We'll wait for the breakdown of 33 if we can. 33.20. So, there we go. 15, 18. There we go. Here, I'm going to partial out on the, there we go. I partialed out a quarter on the bid. There's the breakdown. Partial out another quarter there, and we'll hold the rest. So we'll do 90 at, let's see here. I see you there in the chat, by the way, Notre Dame. I'm just trying to put a little bit of focus into this right now. I want to look for the break of this, and I want to see if we can get down to close to 30. Okay, going into a trading halt. I might add, actually. Does it get it? Does it get it? Nope, didn't get it. So this is good. We're in a halt here on mRNA. And let me go back up to APHI, or AHPI, I should say. This is another halt. This is just moving up, halting. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Look at this Codex, same thing. And I got shares to short pretty much on all this. Not APT. APT was just for me going to be a possible long move if it was holding. NVAX might still be good for that. WB, we might finally be seeing the breakdown on WB. And if it does crack these levels, I think I'll probably add to my position. Really, I might even, well, I don't know. I'm kind of in the driver's seat right now. I'm up on the day. We're doing well. It's not even 10 o'clock. So 28 minutes into the market. Man, I wish that it's stuff just like this, though. It's stuff just like this. It's like, man, I'd already be in profit on the day here. Let's see. So if it comes back up over 41.33, I'm going to go ahead and just get out. Because right now this is creating like this, it's creating a rollover pattern. Let's look at it on the 2, the 5. Yeah, I mean, this is rolling over. So if this starts pushing up, there's no need to stay in here. So 41.33 is where, and even 41.30 is where I'll just stop out. I feel like if it presses up even past 25, actually I'll stop by those 100 shares. So take off that order. So while we got a little bit of a break here, we're on some trading halts. Plan. Oh, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Okay, so this could not break. SPY has had a bounce off of the 200-day moving average. It never quite hit the previous area of support. 45.69, 45.72. This one's making big moves. I don't know. Let me get here on mRNA first of all, because if it continues to drop, I'm going to average in. But we got 90 shares left on it. I guess what we would want to do is we got a 34.05 average. So, you know, it'd probably be good to, I mean, I want to say if it comes back over 33, but it could easily snap back. I don't think I'm going to get out until break even. If it breaks back, I did some research on your trade yesterday and looked at what happened news that impacted the market. The political view is advertising this as equivalent to a severe I just got an error message, by the way. It's saying YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So if you guys experience buffering, I'm deeply apologetic for that. I do apologize. I did some research on your trade. Okay, equivalent to severe flu, but less deadly. If this, yeah. And you know what? It's interesting you mentioned that, Noter, because I got a buddy of mine who actually works for the CDC. And he's a chemist. He knows all about this stuff. They've tested the virus. He said it's really not that big of a deal. He said the media is totally blowing it out of proportion. But he says that the media does this all the time with anything that comes through. So he said it's not a super huge deal. And actually, he gave me numbers on the flu. If you think that the hundreds of deaths that you've heard of with the coronavirus is bad, the flu in just America alone, he said, kills I can't remember. He said like on a moderate year or a modest year, like 30,000 people a year die from the flu. And I'm pretty sure those are numbers in America. So, you know, yeah, the flu epidemic is way worse than this. And so, you know, but yeah, you know, we trade the news, you know, we don't always trade reality. Even a lot of us that may know the truth to some of this stuff. I mean, you trade the news because you know that that's where the masses are going to be pulling it. So becomes mainstream. We will see reversal in all these pharma. Oops, hold on. We got a little. We may continue to see a flush. Yeah, we're going to continue to see a flush. Looks like. No. Pullback? I'll get in on a pullback. I'll get in on a pullback. Go ahead and pull back if you want. I'm ready. I am ready for it. I will average in another 50 shares at the break of 32. And really, I got to get this level quick. So really, it's got to be 32.20. So limit, stop, sell at the break of 32.20. Okay, otherwise I will do 50 shares. Yeah, because if it breaks 32, we're seeing a move all the way down to potentially 29. Yeah, if it breaks this area, you can. I'm almost sure. I mean, you don't ever know, I guess, for sure, but I can totally see. Um, I may just want to go ahead and get in 50 shares. I'm going to go ahead and take 50. So go 140 at 33.57. So if it pushes above 33.10, I'll get out the 140 and I'll wait to add again. Actually, no, I'm going to continue to, guys, because, I mean, here's the thing. This could be strong established support, but with the way the market's going today, and even just like what Noter was saying about the news and all that, confirming that this is not as serious as people think, I could totally see this. I mean, this stock has run parabolic. I could see a big sell off. But this could be established support, and so we want to be careful. That's why I said I'm considering taking it over 33, but I'm also considering adding, because if it's weak buy volume, you know. But I do have an order below 32.25. Well, really at the break of 32.20 to go ahead and take another 50 share short. So right now it's having such a struggle getting over 33. I'll go ahead and take it at the break of. I'll let it break a little through 33, and just because I don't want to lose the profits on. Oh well, hold on. I say that, but there I go. Holding through it, didn't get it quick enough. This could just be a temporary short squeeze. I'm going to let it play out, guys. I'm going to let it play out. And even try shorting into this. See if it can squeeze up a little more. If it breaks VWAP, I probably will want to get out. But I would love to see a failed move here. See how long we can hold. There's a lot of buying, but I can still see this flushing. I'm going to add in another 50 there. We got 190 at 33.65. I may consider taking some shares off just to give room to continue averaging. Wow, what is that? There we go, come on. All right. 90 at 33.45, 33.40. See if we can get a quick flush down. don't know, guys. Sell-off is pretty artificial at this point. Want to get a test of almost down there. See if we can get a quick flush down to the 40s. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. We gonna get it? Here we go. Okay, so we're up 323. We got a 33.30 average on 100 shares. And I will add another 100 at the break of $32.20. Okay, we will consider parceling out a little just in case. We don't want it to go too much against us. See if we can continue to get a move to the downside. There we go. This is rejecting well. Even on the 15-minute here, you see it went all the way up to VWAP. But if it starts pulling back, I'll go ahead and partial out a little just in case we do get a higher run up past VWAP. There we go. Giving the stock room to breathe. Come on, let's see a flush. This would be the perfect place for a flush. Where's that level again? 33.17. So on 33.20, I would have to take a partial. Let's see. I'd probably put the partial on the bid. So tempted to go ahead and average in right now. I mean, the stock just looks weak. Oop. And was that artificial? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to take a partial right. Come on, come back a little. Come back. Okay, well. Okay, so see if we get a retest. If we get above these levels, I'll go ahead and get out. So risking about $60 on the last, which is fine. I didn't want to do that, but so we'll say 34. 34. We'll go ahead and let's see. Ah, good Lord. Was not expecting that. Okay. Is this a real deal move, or is this just artificial short squeeze again? This looks pretty looks pretty real. Let's see. I'll tell you what though, if the buying power remains weak, I may just continue to average. Okay, there we go. That was that's good. That gives me an opportunity to go ahead and partial out half. Okay, so now I got 50 at 33.88. I can hold to that. I can add to that. That's part of the, by the way, again, part of the conservative trading strategy is, you know, holding on to enough of your shares to continue to let the market breathe a little bit, and even give yourself, you know, if you're confident about your trade idea, and you know that ultimately it is going to move in your direction, then, you know, there's no reason to get out all of your shares. Keep a piece in there and see what kind of move you can get. And if there's, if it's approaching, for example, in a short bias situation like this, if it's approaching some areas of, support or excuse me, resistance, and it looks like the resistance is pretty solid, add into it. But don't add into it more than what you're willing to see, get lost on your P&L. Right now my P&L is at $264. I mean, if I quit today, and I haven't even cashed in on WB yet. So if WB cracks through 40 and ends up flushing down, we could get another 100, $200 off of that. So, you got to think about those things too as you're taking the trade and watching it move. But with all things considered, I'm thinking to myself right now, I could add another 50 shares, say all the way up here, and then maybe even another 50 or 100 all the way up here, just to see if it rejects off of all this and continues crashing back down. I mean, until the stock changes direction, and it has formed support, but it has not changed overall direction. And so I'm still confident in my trade idea. And so I have to start thinking to myself, if to let this stock breathe and let it, to give it room to run in one direction or another, where would I be okay with averaging in? And where would my cutoff be? And could I lose with the averaging in? Would I be comfortable losing that amount? And if you are, well, then it's worth the risk. If you're not, then you just simply get out and wait for a new pattern to form. So that's kind of that. This was an artificial VWAP breakout. I would almost like to add again here, but mRNA is so whippy. I don't know if it's what I'm thinking it could be doing is a little staircase pattern up here. Of course, let's see. And if it is, by the way, I mean, this is essentially what we could be looking at. So 34.29. So I could add in and then just get out at the break of 34.29. I think I'd be all right to do that, but this is actually running in my favor, so there's no reason to. Let's go over here. So we may get the crack here, and if we do, I would like to average in another 100 shares, I think. WB is whippy. We all know that. But a break at the $40 mark is going to be huge. It would bring my average to 40, 48. So I don't know. I'll just take 50. 50. I mean, think about it. If it moves down to like 37 off of those 50 shares, I mean, that's an extra $150. I'm fine with that. So what I'm going to do is, where are we at? 40.01. We want selling on the 40 to take those shares. So stop, sell. All right. Hopefully we'll get that. Find out. There we go. Trend line rejection. So I'll set a stop. And I'll just let this ride for a while. I do have another order set to go in at, we're looking at 30-minute bars over here. Why was I doing that? Okay, that makes a difference. That makes a huge difference, actually. So 32.90. So I'd be willing at the break of 32.89 to even take another 50 shares. Stop, sell there. We'll see how that plays out. Because it would essentially be coming past here, that 5-minute candle, and then, yeah. So finally let that play out. So Noter, sorry man, I've been out. I expect high, but becomes mainstream. See reversal, pharmatech dumping like mad. Yeah, but I accept Expect high buying across the pharma space as people try to guess who gets the vaccine first. Yeah. My God, what a reaction across the board. Nothing comparable to the 2660K deaths yearly here. LOL. Yeah. 3430, 3440 bounce would confirm, I hope. Yeah. Yeah, you're on it, man. You're on it. Oh, I caught the one. Wait, I caught the 150, and we're falling, and it's not falling fast enough. I don't like that. Although it is thinly traded today. There's not too much action on it, but we've got a 40.57 average with those 150 shares. So we're in, but this is the test right here. This is the test. And we want to see if we break 39.83. I mean, it's on. It's on. And then 38.65 is the next place that we're looking at. So that's what we want to see. Come on, WB. Put it in. Keep dropping. Keep tanking. You know you want to. You know you want to. If we break 39.83, we should see a significant flush down to 38.65. May not happen quickly, again, because it's thinly traded right now. And that's just, that's how it is on stocks that are thinly traded. But there we go. There we go. Okay. We should see some pretty quick, little bounce. But we know from what we saw with WB yesterday, WB does this junk. So we're gonna give it room to play out. Now we're looking for the confirmation break at 33.01. So I'm gonna change this to 33. Actually, we'll do 32.99. Stop sell 32.99. Just got a text from the wifey. Let's see what's up. All right, let's see. Wifey's reminding me that we got to get our taxes done this week. Not due till April, but we do like to file for things early. We like to go ahead and get it out of the way. Come on, mRNA. Break down, buddy, break down. Break down, come on. WB has given us some hard ships. mRNA, there's no reason why you should not be flushing right now. No reason why, mRNA. No reason why. Maybe it's waiting to see what the SPY is doing. But I don't know. Let's see a break of this 5-minute candle here. And then a break of 32.90. Continuation past 32.80 would be significant. Just because that we've got that previous level over here. So tell you what, people are cautious. People are cautious on this. SPY's making a move lower. Hopefully that'll affect WB a little bit quicker. Want to see some resolution there with WB. Codex still looks like it's making moves higher, although we could be forming a descending pattern here. I would almost be willing to, although this is, look at the 15-minute here. Look at this. I don't know. I don't trust it. This is, although it's according to this pattern, it looks like we should be making a significant move down. Um, okay, where would the stop be? Stop would be 19. I don't want to risk that much. Well, 50 bucks, 70 bucks. If I was up more, I would feel a little bit better about that, but I guess I could scale in with 50 shares to start. See if it comes up a little bit more. No. $47. There we go. 50. Looks like it's having a hard time holding there. This is one of those moments where these stocks can all of a sudden just like flash to the upside or just completely start tanking and go back into another halt. Okay, well, there's that. I don't trust it right now. HPI, trading halt. Ugh. WB, bouncing. Oh man, it broke that. I'm telling you, this stock is whippy. It broke through an extremely key level on the daily. And look at that jump. Now it's just I will sit on it for, I mean, I'll hold it for a minute, but the SPY's pulling. I really feel like, if it can't stay above 40, we should be good to go. We should have plenty of room to move to the downside still. It just may be a slow grind. I mean, if you look at it yesterday, I mean, this was just this, it kind of came down, but then it just kind of up and down, up and down, up and down slowly, to the bottom. I really don't want to wait for all that drama today. So I don't know. If MRA looks like it's about to work out in my favor, then I may take WB. Okay, there we go, and we're in 100 shares at 33.40 average. Looks like it's running, but mRNA, it's act like it's running down, and then it'll pull back. But then at some point, it's eventually going to go, and I'm just hoping that this is that point. So we're going to take another 100 shares at 32.20. So I want to see some active resolution to the downside here. So we are at, so I can hold those 100 shares. So if it's whippy enough, come on. If this starts treating this like a double bottom, I don't see how it would do that. I mean, I'm almost certain we're going to test these levels again. Can never know for sure, but let's just see what happens here. If it looks like it's going to run against me, I'm going to take profit. I don't want to play around too much with this. If WB was, going in my direction, then I'd probably would just sit on mRNA for a little while and see what it does. But this starts coming up and breaking 33.50. I mean, why? I want to hold on to that. Just assume to get out and restart the position if I had to. Thing is restarting a position with something like mRNA is a pill. because of the whippiness. It goes back and forth so much. It's like if you get a good entry, try to hold on to it. Um, but it's almost like short squeeze after short squeeze after short squeeze. So I mean, he had a clean break through 33. There we go. Come on. Keep that break going. See what that looks like on a 2 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute 20 moving average rejection. So that's good. It's always good to see a good rejection on the 20 on the 1 minute. The 20, I've always found that the 20 on the 1 minute chart means a heck of a whole lot more than what it means on, um, like a 5 minute chart. 1 minute chart, pretty darn significant. And honestly, I don't understand the mathematics behind that. I really don't know why it is. It may just be because it's a universal concept among a lot of traders, and that a lot of traders understand it to be the same way. And of course, it then becomes kind of a quote unquote self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing. So let's see. Come on, let's see some continued downside momentum. There we go. There we go. Come on. I'm trying to be patient with this stock today. I mean, trust me, I'm think right now it's like, yeah, just take profit, but I'll tell you what, like if this breaks, I mean, it cracked 32.71. If it breaks, there's no reason not to wait to see if it can crack through down here. So, I just don't want to take it prematurely. And I don't, just for the sake of making money. I mean, we could make a lot of money today. So, and on a small share size, this is, I love coming back to the whole idea of like, we are legit trading a solid, realistic trading strategy that can be done with small accounts. You guys are going to get annoyed. You're going to hear me drive that point over and over and over again, but I believe in it. I believe in it. I'm living proof. I'm showing you right now. You don't see 1,000 share lots here. I'm not taking 2,000-3,000 shares on this stuff, trying to, get a quick move and take a quick profit. I mean, that's good, I guess, if if you've been doing this a long time and you're confident in your strategy and but I don't know. I think that, hold on, I'm talking too much. Let me see if this is something I want to take. I think I would scale out half, maybe the break of 90. Well, we're on the 1 minute, so I don't know. We'll say at the break, yeah, break of 90, because it'll probably be, I'll throw it on the bid. So if it breaks 90, I'll throw it on the bid. I'll throw a scale out on the bid. Now, mind you, I don't mind taking 1,000 shares, by the way, on a stock that's like $2, and it's not running too heavily in one direction or the other all at once. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, 1,000 shares on a $2 stock. Say it's $2.70. That's still very little buying power. I mean, right now I'm sitting on $9,426 worth of buying power, right? And so, okay, it's on 90. Okay, I'm going to throw half on the bid. So I got it at 84 if it takes it. See if it flashes down to 84 and takes it. There we go. So now we got 50 at a 32.93 average, which is fine. I'm good with that. We're up 316.38 in profit. WB looks like it's moving back. This looks like it could resolve, and I hope that it does. I'm going to change this order to 50 shares at 32.25. Stop sell. So this is getting halted all over the place. This is nothing but a big giant halt. Almost want to see what happens there. Plan, PLAN. PLAN looks like, let's see. Could be breaking a trend line. It had a hard time breaking these highs, and it could be making a move. I mean, it's holding VWAP though, so I don't know. Thinly traded. I don't even know if I'm interested at this point. I've got some good trades going on over here. WB is just, I mean, it's just making just a gradual move up. If it breaks through here, I'll take it. I'll take it at the break of, let's see, what do we got? 150. I'll take it at the break of 40. Let's see. See when this 5-minute candle ends. Oh, we just started this 5-minute candle, so it's above the 20 on the 1 minute. So yeah, I think if it breaks 40.25, I want to take it. So we'll say 40.26. Stop, buy. We'll just go ahead and get out and start locking in the rest of the profits on the day here. Otherwise, we just want to see a move back down. It looks like this is just a slow short squeeze here, but who knows, it could come all the way up here, and I don't want to hold through all that. So okay, we're out there. We're up 358 on the day. See if there's anything else going on that we can look at for the time being. Okay, S&P 500 has broken through a very critical level. Efficient and effective, Noter says. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So this yellow line represents a previous area of resistance. Okay, and this was a key level for me. And this red dotted line would be the next move down. So if we could break 300, 300, the break of 300 would be huge. Okay, and we got all the way down to 365, as you can see. We have cracked through the 200-day moving average. So there may be some opportunities today on maybe some opportunities on TVIX. Let's see. It's coming up to that 200-day or that place of resistance. I'm going to get in, go ahead and scale in here with let's see, 50 shares. Kind of missed that. This is slow moving. I don't feel good about this. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, I don't feel good about this. I don't care what happens with this stock today. I don't care that I purchased shares. It's just not, it does not look good. So forget about it. Codex. Very choppy. Short squeeze after short squeeze. For all I know, this is going to be another one of these where it just ramps up. So I'll wait for that. I'll see if we can get a failed rejection back around the 19 area. There's also, I guess technically you could do, so we could look for a rejection off of the 1830s, and it may never get back up there. And if it doesn't, it's fine. I mean, I don't want to lose my position on the day. And here we're looking for essentially the same thing. Failed rejection off the trend line. If we don't get it, I'll get out. I'll take my profit and get on with the day. So let's see. Let's go back to TVIX. Okay, so TVIX making a pretty solid move down. I would be fine to scale in 25 shares here. Reason being, I almost feel like the S&P 500. I mean, it could be getting bought up. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've got a pretty solid buy volume bar coming in right now. So actually, yeah, I'm going to hold off. It could be breaking back up over that line that I drew, that yellow line that showed previous area of resistance. It could be breaking back over that and maintaining. It may form support there, and then we may actually start heading back up. So we do want to be mindful of that. We want to be watchful and see what happens with all of that. Okay. Codex 1774. So I guess I could take 50 shares. Just because, I mean, if this drops down to like $14, that would be significant on 50 shares. I could justify that. But see if we get a pop up to 18. See if this still has some steam in it. I mean, it's holding below VWAP on the 15 minute. I guess I could take 15 and just exit out at 18, but I don't know. I'd probably be more inclined to add. Okay, so I'm trying to get a quick pop to 25 and get in for those 50 shares. Okay, so we're in 50 shares. All right, I'm committed to it now, guys. So if it breaks 17, if it breaks 18, I'll probably want to get out. Otherwise, I would like to see just a massive flush tank to the downside. If we get a $2 move, I'd be pretty happy off of that. I would actually take 25 at, I think I would take 25 at 15. Well, let's see. 16, what is it? 16, I would take it there. The break of this, because this could break through and then snap back up. So see if we can get a move down. It's holding at 17, but if it gets crushed there, I mean, it's going to get crushed. And then I guess 14.25 would be another. I don't know if that's over ambitious, but we'll find out. And then, of course, if it runs against us past, I don't know, 1750 maybe. I mean, I feel like at this point, if it comes all the way back up to 1750, I mean, the stock is whippy, that's for sure. 69, yeah, we'll say 69 just to be safe. You know what? Forget about it. I'm gonna give it room to breathe. I always tell you guys, give it room to breathe. I mean, it'll be what, $25 if it breaks through 18, breaks through 74. We'll do it the previous candle's high. We'll say 75. Stop. Buy. We'll just do it there. And if it, if the trade goes against us, it goes against us. Again, if I was, here's the thing. I'm playing it safe. I think normally if I was up on the day, what I would do is I would give it room to even come up here and test this trend line, and I would add, because even after adding here, if it shot back up, and I had to get out, it would be fine. It wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me. So where are we sitting here? VWAP. But I like the idea of ending the day up over $300. So it's whatever. I'll take what I have to take on that. Yeah, because this could, just soar all the way up to these levels. Sometimes heavy buying can come in and heavy selling. I mean, this could just flush, and that's really honestly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good, solid flush, and we could get that. We could get that right here, especially if it breaks down past 1688. Um, and we could get a move like all the way down. We could get a move. We could get halted. That would be excellent, and come all the way down. And this could be a really good move today. So we'll find out though. We'll find out. mRNA is literally sitting right at 32.93 where I came in. SPY's continuing to make a move up, getting somewhat destroyed. Okay, this comes over VWAP 62, so I'll take it at 65. Stop. So, yep, buy, stop, 65. I don't even want to see. If this doesn't fail 17, you're just going to get out with minimal loss. Again, normally I would consider adding, but I like that we're up on the day. We're doing well. This looks, by all intents and purposes, like it should, This approach to the market is great, and it scales up nicely. You talking about this quote unquote conservative trades approach, Notre Dame? Is that what you're referring to? If so, I would agree. Quite right. Quite right. If I do say so myself. Now, I might be biased, but let's see. Come on, crush it. Crush it. Crush 17. Crush 17. You know you want to. You know you want to. Let me try to look at this. I need to look at this from a different perspective. We're maintaining below the 9 EMA. Previous candle's high is 1769. All right, I'm going to give it to that. I know. I keep changing my mind. You know, I mean, such is the mind of a trader. Um, but man, if this can flush below 1690 and maintain, we have not been able to maintain below the 20 EMA. So I would really like to see us maintain below that. Okay, that's a good move. Come on. Maintain below it, close below it. I want to see a close below that 20, excuse me, 20 EMA. I don't know if I called that the 9. We see a close below the 20. That should be pretty significant. I'd even move that first 25 shares down to the break of 16, like 1585. I think we could get it there. So let's do that. Oops. Limit by if it closes. If it closes and if it breaks 1616, yeah, 1585. I think we could get that. I think we could get the first 25 shares off there. Um, but come on. Come on. Close below it. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Last minute. Is that below or is that above? I hate this junk, man. I hate it when it does that. Actually, you know what? I got Trading View up right now on another window. Let's see what that looks like on Trading View. Trading View has really good charting. So was that a close? No, it's not even showing that's anywhere near the 9 EMA. What in the world? Ugh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on, you guys. What are you doing? That was a quick buy up. But man, I'll tell you what, you come down here and break through all of this. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a shot. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. I suppose I probably should put a stop at, yeah, 1759 now. Is that the previous 5-minute candle? 1754. Yeah. Yeah, if it comes above 1750, there's no reason to hold on to this. So 1770, 1751. We'll make it push all the way through 50. So 1751 we'll stop by. So man, I'll tell you what. Nah, I'm going to leave that 20. Well, I almost want to go down to 1575, but come on. Flush. There we go. Flush, flush, keep flushing. There we go. It's got to get past 1616. Come on. Oh, come on. You can do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Yep, there we go. Okay. First 25 eaten up. And second 25, we're going to go for a move down to really we ought to, yeah, I mean 1425, maybe even 1325. I don't know. Here's what I'll do with this one. I'll keep moving my stop down. That's what I'll do. So, you know, because I mean, we could realistically, I mean, we could break, if we break 1440 on the day, we could see this move all the way back down to $10 today. I mean, think how far you could carry that 25 shares. I would even be inclined to add to it. Let's look at mRNA. Look at mRNA trying to get back over that trend line. Still bouncing off the 9 EMA. So I'll ride that other 50 shares on mRNA. mRNA could see a good $2 move from this point. I think we could get a test of 30 today. See if Codex continues to move. See if Codex continues to move. We're going to get a continuation. We break 15. It is on like Donkey Kong. And you know what I ought to do? I ought to take, I think at 14.75. If it breaks 15, I think at 14, we'll say even 14.85. There's no reason not to take, we'll say 14.75. Take 10 shares. Well, I'll just buy right there. Nope, I'll hold into the halt. Can we hold into the halt? No, I'll buy it there. Buy 10 at 75. Yep. Okay, so we got 15 left. We just got a VWAP projection on the S&P 500. Might be a good place to long the TVIX. Just depends. Yeah, that would have been, this would be good. This would be good for even just a temporary scalp, just because the S&P 500, if you see, it's riding right between the 9 EMA and then the 20 and the VWAP. So you know you can at least get a move down to the 9, get a quick bounce. So we got a whole dollar move on the TVIX with that. I should have taken 100 shares there. Not thinking quickly enough anyway. Not thinking quickly enough. Codex is continuing to tank. So, and we are getting in on a halt. Is that right? Is that right? Can I take another 25 shares there? There we go. Got another 25 shares into the halt. We've got a total of 40 shares at 518. So if I see, if we get I'm tongue-tied. So if this comes back above, excuse me, $15, I'm going to take those 40 shares off. It's not letting me set it because of the halt. But I think we cracked through the 1420 area, which was pretty critical for the low of day. And again, I don't, not counting pre-market, just low of day, it's 1440. And there's plenty of room to move down here. I mean, we could come all the way down, guys. This could just be a slow fading death blow of a move to Codex. So mRNA, let's look and see what we got here. So I told you, we're going to try to take that 50 shares, another $2. I think we definitely could test 30, and we'll see. Look, what a great respect of the trend line. It made one solid break through this trend line and came down and is tanking. Look at this. Same thing here. Solid break through the trend line, had its biggest loss there. Solid break through the trend line, it's got its biggest loss here. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I try to tell people, you can't make this stuff up. It's how price action works. This is a way to just show how the trader's mind actually works, or what people's mentality actually can be on all this stuff. So good solid move to the downside. I am going to see if we can get into this halt here. I may also add into the halt at 30.36. See if we can get a continued flush. We're going to get the flush. I'll go ahead and do it. If we get into it, yep. Oops. Oh, that was an accident. Did not mean to do that. So 150 at 31.23. Okay, so 150 at 31. Stop 3091 by. Oh, crush through the halt. Crush through the halt. Are we going to break 30? We're going to crush through 30. This is going to continue to go. There we go. Let's see if we can break 30. Going to now move my stop down to 30.51. Buy stop at 30.51. So even if we lose out, we're gonna kill it. Otherwise, I will start scaling out 75 shares at a time at, let's see, where would the first take profit be? 29.56. So safely 29.75. Okay, so okay, and we're in on the halt. I've got an order to buy at 31.51. Buy stop there. So okay, Codex. We still on a halt? I don't know. Is this another halt? Let me see. Let's look at the minute chart. Yeah, we're still stuck in the same halt that we were in. So, okay, guys, we're doing really well today, and this may be the best day yet on the channel. Just as long as we can continue to make some significant moves to the downside. So, we'll see. We'll see. Codex might be on a 10-minute halt, actually. So, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Let me know if you're here. Right now is a pretty good time to go ahead and ask questions. If you've got questions or comments, I'm paying attention to the chat. But I am going to take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. Okay, I am back. So, oh wow, Codex has come up. So, okay. Still here, just working. Okay, I hear you, man. I hear you. That's what's up. Okay, so we have just made a significant move to the upside. Let's see. I had a. Okay, so this is getting bought back up. So I've got 40 shares. I hate that I couldn't have put a stop in there. It's at 1507. Pretty hard sell. So I may lose a little bit of money on this one actually when it opens back up, but we'll just have to see. So we'll see where it moves. We'll see where it moves. mRNA is probably going to open back up, and I do have a stop here to buy all those shares back at 30.51. So won't be as quite as good of a move as I wanted if it does pop back up there. But if it keeps failing, you know, that would be significant. And I will start taking $75 or 75 shares of profit starting at 29.75 if it opens back up. So see if it'll allow me. There we go. 29, and then let's see. And then if it breaks 29.55, I'll take the other 75 off there. I really feel like it's possible we get a bounce here, and so I don't want to chance it. So see where it opens back up. I really have a feeling though that it's possible we could get um, some pretty good action to the buy side. Okay, so we're all out there. 700 on MRNA today, up 671. Wow, what a flush to the downside. Hope you guys saw that. This is a decent trade. Decent trade. Look at this. Look at this WB, man. This is this it. This is what you have to ask yourself. Is this when it finally starts failing? I would really, really, really like to know. Like, is this where it starts to fail? Because if so, I would go ham on this. We're up. We're in the driver's seat today, 671. I'd be willing to risk enough profit to see if this cracks through these levels. Very significant levels to crack through. By the way, S&P 500 has now cleared its way above the 200-day moving average. You can see right here. So we basically bounced off that previous area of support, came down a little, came down just a little below it, but then we came back up. And so we're making a good move up there right now. I think I'm going to stay away from the TVIX for the time being. WB is just, okay, I'm not messing with WB. Forget about that. Um, let's see. TVIX, PLAN continuing to push. Yeah, you know what? And I called it today. I was thinking this would be good for a long. I don't know if I called that actually. Let me, just to be fully transparent, I don't know if I actually called that on the, whatchamacallit, on the live stream this morning. I did identify on the live stream this morning a possible area to where we could look to go short, but I may not have talked about going long, but I may have. So here's what I was thinking when I saw this. I was like, man, this is good. This might be a good long for a good recovery, and I might have said that in the live stream. I just want to, again, just in case I didn't say that, because sometimes I think things but I don't say them out loud, and because I'm so short biased, the things that I may end up talking more about might have more to do with, let's see, okay, 40 shares, 1457. I would take those 40 shares off of, let's see, I mean, we could continue to come down. Yeah, you want to come down? You show me what you're made of? Come on. There you go. Let's do, let's do it. Let's see if we can get down there. See if we can get down there. Yeah. 1430. Bring this up over. There we go. Oh man, it's continuing to lose its lunch. Okay. You know what? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get out. 726.96 on the day, guys. Watch where I should have stayed in here. It's always how it works. It's always how it works. Where's my last take profit? Where did I get that in? 1380. Okay, all right. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's getting down here. It's breaking 1350, but whatever. for all I know, it could have snapped back up. I got up to 726.96, so we're good. Might be able to take a quick scalp, yeah. No, I would probably look for, let me look for 1445 sell. See if we got a quick flush up there, and then 1425 buy. So we got a quick pop up to there. This is a little risky, but okay. All right. I want to revenge trade this so bad. Awesome work today, Noter says, and the day isn't over yet. Amen. You're right, it's not over yet, but I don't know. We I mean, here's the thing. This is one of those ones that could be steadily working its way up. So that would be, that would be interesting to see. If we continue to close this gap today, but I need to see where we're already butting up. See, here's the thing: it's not like it's just a clean gap fill. There's a lot of areas of previous support that could be acting as resistance. A lot of general consolidation in this area, but that doesn't mean it can't still go up and test these levels up here or make its way back up to the 200-day moving average. It just means that it'll take a little bit longer. It's not going to be a fast moving stock. It's if I get into this one, I'm going to have to be committed to it for at least probably a couple hours to make a decent profit off of. Now, again, if I come in here with 1,000 shares, then it jumps up to 46.74. Then it's a quick $100 right there. So I don't, but to maintain a conservative trading strategy, I would need to scale in carefully with smaller share size. And like I said, I mean, that is the one downside to trading more conservatively, is you end up spending more time in the markets. You have a lot of your favorite day trading gurus out there. They're in and out by like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Where guys like me, we're trudging through for at least an hour past that. So, and not always. There's definitely been mornings where I was done by 10 o'clock, 10:30. I mean, today I could have walked away with like a 300, what was it, like 340 something? Or maybe it was 250 something. We were 28 minutes into the day. It was like 9:58. And so, you can walk away with lesser profit, still in the profit though. But I don't know. I mean, I just, I'm fine with staying a little bit longer around in the markets. I enjoy the markets. I enjoy watching price action. I could eat, sleep, breathe this stuff, probably at an unhealthy rate. So it doesn't bother me to come to work and, instead of, being out at 10 o'clock, 10:30, I'm out at 11:30, 12 o'clock. I mean, that's fine with me. But anyway, let me just see if I could find anything else here look at that. That's the spike I was looking for. I would have captured that 1450 mark, and then I was looking for a flash up there. I was looking for some short seller, to just completely unload. Somebody who got in like way up here and capture my order and then slam back down to these levels. And you may always make a good quick scalping profit doing that. I look for stuff like that on these stocks all the time. I mean, you can see it happens constantly during flushes. And so let's see. Okay. This might be good to scale in here for I didn't like how it paused like that. Yeah, forget about it. I mean, Maybe get a quick take on 68, 71. Let's see. We could work another position here, I think. Work it from the 70s up to, and I think we could still get a flash down to the 40s. Okay, well, we just recovered the 9 EMA on the 2-minute. I don't know. I don't know how much of a recovery this is going to make. I almost want to short into this. This would be so risky. And I'm not going to do it. Maybe I could do it with smaller share size. Is it still buying? Yeah. I wussed out. I wussed out, Noter. I wussed out, Noter, and whoever else is watching. It shows that I have 2 concurrent viewers right now. So I don't know. I don't know who the second person is, but you're welcome to comment, ask any questions. I'm here for you. Man, oh, I'm upset now. Look at this. 29.35 is where I bought my last 75 share. I totally should have let that run. Man, I'd be sitting on $1,000 day right now. Or close to it. Maybe 9 something. No, well, maybe 1,000. Let's see, 75 share. Yeah. I think I'd be right around $1,000 today. Look at this. This is a 17. Noter, if you're still there, this has definitely got to be a 17 million share float. Because, with a 78% short float interest, or short interest, excuse me, 78% short interest, only this could happen. This should have just tanked. I mean, the SPY was tanking. This is short squeeze. This has got to be short squeeze. No way this is real price action. No freaking way, man. But I don't know. I can't call it. It has to be, yeah. Exactly. Okay. Seems like it might have topped out at 38.40. Might have some room to move down. Want a short selling restriction. So we'd have to be careful with it. Roku has made a pretty good recovery. A lot of stocks have made some good recovery, and they may continue. The recovery definitely may continue. I don't know. I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm fine with this. 726.96. After fees, commissions, I did purchase. I made, I don't know, probably $20 worth of let's see. Sorry, my wife texted me. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Thank you for the stream. Always learning. Yeah, Noter, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in here. If this thing ever takes off in any direction or another, which I have no idea if it will. And I honestly, I don't have any kind of major expectations for this channel. I really don't. I mean, if it's just you and me, man, like maybe a couple other people, that's fine. If I can help teach and educate and demonstrate and prove a solid conservative style trading strategy, and if it can be helpful even to just one or two people out there over the course of the next couple of years, I'm cool with that, man. I'm not trying to be some super well-known day trading guy. That's why I don't even show my face, man. Like, I don't even care about it like that. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to be a voice of reason in this space, and and help other people achieve this goal of doing, day trading for a living, or to make an extra side income. And it doesn't take much, and again, I know you've heard me say this 100 times, but I'm going to keep driving this point. You're going to get sick and tired of hearing me say this if you haven't heard me say it before. But going over the trades today, look, 200 shares, 50 shares, 100 shares, 150, 300 is the biggest order you'll see here. Okay, it's the biggest order that you'll see here. And, but all of this, look at this, scaling out, small share sizes here, 37 shares, 28 shares, 21 shares, 16 shares, that's another big key thing to this strategy, is paying yourself as you go. That's a huge thing. And I think there's a huge psychological barrier in trading that you can break through with paying yourself as you go. And with a conservative style trading strategy that gives stocks a little more time to run, we've talked about Ross Cameron before on this channel. He pays himself as he goes, but that dude is so lightning fast. I mean, he's got his fingers like trained. He's just mentally trained with those hotkeys, man. Like, he can buy and sell. He's watching level 2. I mean, he can do this stuff lightning fast. And maybe after years and years of practice, just like him, guys like you and me will be able to do that too one day. But for right now, really, if you think about it, like, you don't have to be that fast. You can, again, if you take smaller share size, it allows you to just kind of let the trade work itself out a little bit longer. You can be a little more thoughtful in where you do take profits. But as you do take profit, it really does help you to continue to hold on to positions and even add to positions. If you're significantly up on some of these positions, you can consider adding to them. And it really does. I think it slows things down. It just slows trading down to a more reasonable pace for the average guy like you and me, who can't necessarily think that fast, or at least the more beginner traders who aren't used to watching market price action move so quickly. So anyway, so you said you're going to be executing my strategy. Okay, well, I hope so. I hope it helps. I really hope it helps. And obviously there's no guarantees, even with my strategy. I mean, that's the thing about trading too. Like, everybody has, you're going to take from a lot of people's strategy. And I think you already know this. I think I'm probably preaching to the choir here. But you kind of watch a lot of day traders out there. And what I find is I take a little piece from everybody to form my own strategy. And maybe even if you just take pieces of this strategy to kind of form to your own unique way of trading, hopefully some of it will just prove to be helpful for you. But I would be interested to know at what kind of strategy you end up developing out of this strategy, because and even some of the other strategies that you've seen from other day traders. I think we were talking about Andrew Aziz the other day. I mean, Andrew Aziz is phenomenal. I mean, I think he has got to be hands down one of the best traders in this space. He's the most consistent, and he's got a really solid community. And I would even say that if there's a day trading community out there that I would actually join, it very possibly might be Andrew Aziz. So you said, I feel in the long run this scales higher than the Momo strategy. Yeah, I think so. I think in the long run, especially once again for the beginner trader, because most beginner traders lose money. I lost money trying to trade, constantly trade like 1,000 share lots on stocks that were moving so freaking quickly. And, and and we've talked about all of the reasons why that can be so detrimental. I think we all, we've kind of moved past that at this point, but yeah, something like this, just again, it's why my slogan is risk less, profit more, because you really can, like, when you risk less, you let that trade work out. And if you're well educated with the stock market and you can make pretty probable determinations on where a stock is going to move that day, you know, and you get in with a smaller share size, then even if it starts moving against you, you give it that opportunity to move against you until it eventually curls around and starts working out the way that you originally thought that it would. And I think that happens way more times than not. Again, if you're well educated and if you've spent considerable time in the markets, at least in a trading simulator for several months, I think you'll have a good enough idea of where that stock is going to move. And so you can you can give it room to breathe. You can let that stock work its way out to where you originally thought that it would. And again, I think that happens more times than not, which means that more times than not you'll be profitable, which means you risk less and you profit more. So anyway, I've probably talked your head off enough today. But you can look for the day trading the recap video later. I'll be posting that on YouTube. And I don't know. I'm considering doing another episode of The Trader's Mind. And I've got so many different topics I want to talk about. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to start with all of that. But I think that's something I need to keep doing, because trader psychology really does play into all of this stuff. So anyway, I will be recording my trades. I will private share them to you. You trade the same as me. I'm just long biased. I'm learning your mindset to be better at shorts. Yeah. So, and you think I will grow? I hope so, man. I hope so. I mean, I'd like to grow. I mean, honestly, I'm just being fully transparent with you. Like, I don't think I want to be some huge, I don't think, I think when you grow too big, it probably takes away from being able to personally interact, like kind of what we're doing right now. I think it makes the channel maybe a little more generic. But I mean, obviously growth is good. There's a lot of good things about growing, but that's another thing I appreciate about bear bull traders. Bear bull traders, yeah, they've become very popular, but they're still not like, warrior trading or, clay trader, or just some of these other guys out there that are super, Tim Sykes. They're still not like on that level. And I think there's something to be said about that. I think you can have more of a community feel. And so, for me, it's not about, I can't see myself ever monetizing the channel. I mean, if I'm coming in here and able to make daily consistent gains in the stock market and even help other people like you, I might write a book. I might sell a book. I may open up a website one day and teach courses and stuff. I could see myself doing that, but even then, I'd like to keep it small. I think I'd like to keep it small, but who knows? You can't always control that sort of thing. The approach you have is realistic for entry level. I think having a small community will benefit many, including yourself. Absolutely. That's the one thing that I've noticed about, again, going back to Andrew Aziz. He's even gotten alerted sometimes by some of the members of, he's like the top dog, right? But he doesn't see himself as that. Like, he knows that he has every bit as much to gain from that community as that community has to gain from him. And so, so yeah. And you know what? Real quick note before I leave, before I get off here. So you made a comment. You said you're long biased, but you're learning my mindset to be better at shorts. So the thing I love about shorts, just being a short seller, and there's a little bit of psychology that comes into this too, is, somebody out there, there's another great channel out there, as a matter of fact, Mike. I don't know if you've ever looked up True Trading Group, but Mike from True Trading Group, he teaches this thing called the TTG triangle pattern, and it's a pretty consistent pattern. I've watched him teach on that several times. I haven't fully wrapped my mind around it, not in a sense to where I would know to consistently look for it in the market. but it's a solid strategy. But anyway, he's another one of those guys that I would fully recommend. I think he's like a former like Wall Street, New York hedge fund trader or hedge fund manager, and he eventually just went out on his own. But phenomenal trader, really phenomenal trader. You can learn a lot from that channel. Again, you could just YouTube True Trading Group. But anyway, one thing one thing that he says is he said the Bulls take the stairs, the Bears take the window. So the Bulls, they'll take the stairs all the way up. The Bulls typically slowly grind up. Hold on, let me see if I can get. So you see this. Now, obviously, when stocks run parabolic, but a lot of times it's really true. The Bulls just take these stairs, and of course this is a gap up here. But then the Bears just like jump out the window and fall all the way to the ground. I think it's kind of a funny way of saying that the Bulls take the stairs, the Bears take the elevator. It just seems to be the easier way down. Now NVAX may not be the best idea here, but if we look at the TVIX, slow and steady grind, big dip. Now we did shoot up here because you can have short squeezes and you can have high volatility. So that's really good for long bias traders. But again, take the stairs up and then boom, boom, like down. I mean, this I guess is kind of a staircase, but you see what I mean. And usually when candles are going up, it takes a little bit longer to get up here, whereas when they start dropping, they drop a lot quicker. So even when you do see big candles, that process usually takes a little bit longer. I mean, here we're looking at a 5-minute time chart. So it took a gradual 5 minutes. I wonder what that would look like on the minute. So yeah, see right here, little moves on the minute chart, but then this long move, like this is 1 minute right here. And so for me personally, and these aren't even the best examples, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Like you'll see stocks make these gradual moves up all day long, and then they'll just tank hard. And then they'll make these gradual moves up, and then they'll just boom, boom, tank. 2 candles, they've basically lost, their entire value. Even if you look here on the S&P 500, I mean, look at this. In 4 days, really, even just in the first 2 days, we lost the whole last 3 months of gains. Okay, in 2 days. Bulls take the stairs up, Bears jump out the window. They take the stairs down. So again, for my strategy, that also helps because and I see you just let's see, shorts take shorter, longs take longer. Yeah, shorts you predefine risk. Yep, longs you build risk. Yeah, that's definitely You predefine risk, longs you build risk. I mean. Longs, I think you would also predefine. Obviously, you would predefine risk on there too. But yeah, I could see your point on that. Easier to scale on longs and build risk. That's right. And reward and inverse on shorts. Exactly. The reward comes quicker on the shorts. And so for a guy like me, even using a conservative trading strategy, well, honestly, the benefits, I think you can benefit both. Because if you're building a position on longs with lesser shares, you could even suffer some of those pretty heavy down moments where, like for example, if you were longing this TVIX gradually, say you started like right here, right, and then you come up and you're averaging in, and you see this flush right here. Well, maybe you would just set your stop here at the break of the 20. You're not getting scared out of your position because again, you've only taken a few hundred shares up to this point. So even if it does flush, you're not risking too much money. But you give it time to work itself out, and then you see these pops up here, you start taking profit, and then you allowed it to continue to run. So even with a conservative trading strategy, I think what in the world? Why are there 20 EMAs there? Okay. But what was I even saying? But yeah, for me, even just taking, like you see something like this well overextended, even to just take a couple hundred shares kind of in this area and then just set a stop at break even to get that move quickly and to start taking profits off. I guess, here's the thing. I don't want to say too much here because I don't want to try to change your mind into being a short bias trader. If you feel like you do best at long bias, then you need to stick with that. So everybody has a different approach to the market, and you can't really knock one way or the other. If you're used to looking for long bias patterns, I really think you ought to just stick to that because that's going to benefit you most. Unless you want to start learning short. I mean, I think it's good to know how to do both, and I'll long some trades from time to time too. I don't do it much, but I will from time to time, and I'd like to be better at it, honestly. I mean, think about how much, if I had actually gotten in on this trade today, I could have, that would have benefited me. And here's another great example. If you had gotten in here after it started breaking through VWAP, if you had gotten in here and held through here and maybe even taken some profit as you went, and then if it, to see this move, well, you'd still be at break even. You could still keep a stop down here if you wanted, but obviously we see that it popped up and it ended up pressing back through and working its way out. And so, anyway, I've said a lot. I think I'm gonna put a cork in it for right now. I will look. I'll kind of browse the market one more time just to see if there's any other potential trading opportunities. What are locates on NVAX? Ooh, these are cheap. So we have 400 for $7. Could I get a quick retest of 10? Missed it. I was going to say I could get a quick. I would love to have an $800 day. That's the only reason I would stay in right now. I would love to print an $800 day on the channel, just because I haven't been able to do that yet. I'd love to put $1,000 day up there. Let's see, Tesla. What are we working with Tesla? Where are the EMAs here? Okay, so we're well below that. Tesla would still have to work its way up. I mean, if we could get a quick $10 move on 20 shares. I may do it, guys. I may start scaling in with 10 shares right here. And then I would get out at the break of VWAP, end with a $600. Let me see. So Noter says, I just have a desire to do both. If nothing else, it would help my longs. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I think you're right about that. Let's see if this breaks back up through VWAP. Although SPY's a little heavy right now. So okay, I'm going to get in on 703. And let's see if we could break down. Let's at least see if we can get an $800 day here. Now, if SPY bounces off of VWAP, then I'll get out. I want to see SPY get crushed down through VWAP. Okay. $705.49. Question is can we get another retest of these levels down here? Let's see. I would take 5 shares off just to go ahead and secure a little profit. 698. 03. I don't know if that would be smart, but 699, 698.07. Yeah. I think I could secure at least $5 there at 698.03. SPY broke VWAP. So this isn't going to help me get to where I wanted to get, but let's see if we can get that break of 700. We should be able to flush down and at least take a little bit of profit down there. Come on. Let's look at the 2-minute. Right now we're on a trend line. So if we broke that, I think we could get that. I think we could get that. I want to see a break here of 699. Come on, SPY, keep flushing. Keep flushing through VWAP. So yeah, we got a little trend line going here, I think. So if we can get break down through there, I think we could get at least our 5 off here and then see how far we could carry the other 5. Okay, SPY is making its way back above VWAP, so I'm going to try to get back out where I got in. 703.03, was it 703.03? Yeah. Oh, okay, no, it actually closed below VWAP on the 5-minute. Yeah. All right, this is on an uptrend, so let's look at the 5-minute here. Okay. Did not work in the direction that I thought it would, so question is, can we get back down to 704? Where would that be? 70. I think we get down to 703.03. So I'll buy it again. I'll buy it there. Hopefully we'll get a break even. If not, we'll go for 70. Well, there's getting a rejection. Hold on, let me hold off here. We're getting a rejection on the VWAP with the SPY. That could actually pull this down and we could get a break here. Right now we're on an uptrend. I'm not risking too much though, so I mean, it's fine. Let me look at the SPY on the 2-minute. Let's see what it's doing. Okay. All right, yeah, so I'm going to try to get out at 703.03. So now I'm regretting it. Let's see if there's a way to average in here. How much time we have left on the 15-minute? Hmm. So 704.03. I'll buy it back there. I admit I'm very short-sighted on this right now. There should be a way to average in and it's getting a VWAP rejection. See on the 2-minute, still in an uptrend. but it could lose it. There we go. I mean, let's see. I mean, if we lose it, this is going to be a slow trade, I can already tell you. So, but let's see if we, I mean, if we lose it, we could, I really would like to see if I could push up to 800 on the day. It's worth it. It's worth it. SPY's losing it. All we need to see is a crush down there. Come on. I would take, again, I would take 698.03. I would take 5. Seems like we're going to get crushed. SPY keeps getting bought up. This is totally respecting this trend line. You guys saw I drew this trend line when the price action was back here. You see how this stuff works. If we get a trend line breakthrough, this should be solid. This should be solid. Come on. If not, then come on. Tesla is being stubborn. Come on, break confirmation. Break confirmation. There you go. Break confirmation. Close below it. Close below it. Come on. Close below it. We're going to take 5 at 698. Let's see if we can get down there. Come on. 698.03. There we go. Come on. Here, we'll take 5 off there. I'm getting nervous. And so we've secured 15, 741, a little bit closer. Let's see if we can let this ride down. Let it ride down. We would need $60. So this would need to come down to about 687.95. Goodness gracious. I may have to just add to it. Come on, 800. Come on, 800. Let's go, 800. We broke the trend line, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. There's a trend line break. Where's the bigger trend line we got now? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know where you would draw that. Let's just see. Let's see. Let's see if we can get. SPY's making an artificial recovery, but I don't know. Guys, I'm just gonna take it 701.03. Try to get out real quick. Let's see, where's the 2 minute? Yeah, I should get this at 701.03. And part of me is considering just adding here, but come on, man, what are you doing? Bust down to 701.03 real quick. Take me out. Take me out. How about 702.03? You want to do that? Let's get a pullback. See if we can get a pullback. Nice little pullback. 702.03. Come on. You can do it. You guys can see I'm getting impatient with this stuff. Man, looks like it's gonna go back up. It's gonna hold that. I mean, if it holds this, if it holds this trend line, I mean, that's legit. That's legit. It broke. It couldn't stay below it. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe we'll get down there real quick, and pop down and pop back up. I would love for it to do that. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. There we go. There we go. Okay, so 746.96. Please don't resolve to the downside. No. All right. Well, I'm scared trading now. I'm not even trading my freaking strategy right now, guys. I mean, I am. I am trading the strategy. I should say I'm not. I'm not on my game. I'm really not on my game. I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't want to lose what I made, you know. I think I paid for commissions in that trade though. What was I? It was 726 maybe. Maybe I made $20. I don't even know. I added 400 shares of liquidity. Let me pull out my trusty calculator here. 3670. Yeah. So I'm going to end the day about 720. Oh, well, I bought the shorts too. I what was I saying? I can't even remember. Yeah. Um All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely time for a break, Noter. Definitely time for a break. So, um, had a good time here today. So yeah, now I know what I was saying. Basically after borrowing the shorts that I borrowed this morning, after borrowing shorts, after commissions, I'll probably end the day right at 700, maybe 705, $10. But definitely over 700 today. It's a good day. Good day. It was rough at times. And, and I do. Look, trust me, I get tempted sometimes. I look at this and I say, yeah, I made $500. I made $400 today. I made $700. But man, if I had just taken huge share size, man, I could have made 1,000. I could have made 1,400. I could have made double what's on here, or even triple. I mean, trust me, that definitely that thought enters my mind. But you know what? I have to suppress that thought with everything I've got in me, because that is the very thought that will destroy me as a day trader. It'll destroy me, my account. It'll take everything from me. Okay, I know my risk tolerance, and I know that I should only be trading with a certain share size. Now, 5-10 years from now, it might be different. I may have worked up to being able to take thousands of shares at a time. But for right now, being somebody who's only been trading for a couple of years, a little over 2 years now, 2.5 years, there's no reason for it. There's just no reason. There's no reason for me to sit here and try to be Superman. Like, all I care to do is come in here, do something I love, do something I'm passionate about, work from home, and make a solid little decent income while I'm doing it. And if you ask me, this is really more than a solid decent little income. I mean, I think I'm probably up about $2,000 on the week right now. Which means that I basically dug myself out of the $2,000 I made, or I lost last week. Although last week I technically only lost, after all my wins last week, I was really only down 1,000. So I'm in the profit right now. And you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to move on, and I'm just going to be appreciative for what I have. And, yeah, come in here tomorrow and do the same thing. So anyway, appreciate you guys, anybody who came through today. And Noter, I appreciate you, chatting with me through the morning. It's always good to hear your side and your perspective of things. And I'm glad that you're able to learn some stuff here. So yeah, hopefully it'll continue. But hope you have a good rest of the day, man. And I'll see you tomorrow if you can make it. If you can make it, I know you got work and stuff. But if you can make it, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, take care.